Habari ma Africa, asante kwa kutazama Kinsetso. Today I've got quite a few stories to cover with you guys, so bear with me. I want to start with this issue of contaminated goods, this illegal Spaza shop. You know, this thing is getting out of order here in South Africa, and I think it's time that we as South Africans stand up and become patriotic about our country, because slowly but surely our country is decaying because of these people that are not even African that come here in our country and rule the township economy. Something must be done, because now they are banning food, they are banning evidence in front of us. This thing is out of order. I also want to speak about a beautiful scene that I saw that warmed my heart, where in Parliament the MK party was singing with the EFF and the ANC joined. Our people are slowly waking up. Singing is not just singing for us as African people. It has a deeper meaning. And for them to have sang that song with the MK and the EFF, for me, it just brings a lot of joy. Sanko in KwaZulu-Natal has decided to cancel their alliance with the ANC. The ANC, we know, they've got a problem sitting down with their alliance partners and speaking matters through. They can't negotiate, they can't involve their alliance partners, they don't inform their alliance partners, they just take decisions. And Sanko in KwaZulu-Natal is finally putting their foot down and saying no. What does this mean for the ANC? Also, guys, this is very funny that the SABC Mzandile, the old man, has decided to throw shade at the podcast world. You know, mainstream media is saying that newstream media is not relevant. Newstream versus old stream. What are we going to do? We have to talk about how the SABC tried to throw shade at Sizwe Mpofu Welsh's podcast by saying, listen, that's not media, that's podcast. We have to attack them because this is a very, very serious matter. We cannot be undermined as the newstream media by this old stream mainstream media. Anyways, I also want to talk about Mali becoming the first country in Africa to be debt free. They paid off all their debt. Can you believe that? I wish South Africa can get to that point. And also in Senegal, Lebanese women are not allowed to give birth in Senegal. Why? Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, Mr. Easy Imali Nengi, and we're back at it again with another one. Hot topics left and right. Before I start, guys, we have started with the building project there for Paseta. You guys know that we're trying to build a school for Pan-Africanist mindset, trying to Africanize the school curriculum. And with what we are trying to do there, we need a lot of help from the community, the Paseta community. So if you are in construction, if you are in the legal faculty, if you are in the legal industry, please make contact with your boy King. Our numbers are here. Send me a WhatsApp, because we are having a situation that I'm not going to allow, where constructors, because they want us to use local constructors there in the site, taking chances in terms of their quotation. So I need constructors that are going to come and give us, after we receive a quotation, we can show it to someone in in the Paseta community who can give us solid advice as to if those quotations are valid or not. But already we can see that they are taking chances with the little mind we have of construction. You know, they are just taking chances. So I wanted to say, please hit us up. As you are still donating to Paseta, please make sure that you hit me up so I can talk to you about this construction. We need your valuable input to Paseta and building the school. Anyway, this issue of Spaza shops, the tuck shops, is getting out of control now. It's getting out of control now. You know, these Pakistanis, these are Indians, these are Somalians, these are who else? They are just taking chances now. They are just taking. There's nothing that makes me angry than when people take us for a khatman in South Africa, because we South Africans, we are so much tolerant. We are so tolerant. It's out of the world. And I'm not fighting my African brothers. You'll never hear me fighting my African brothers. And some of the Somalians and some of our Ethiopian brothers don't identify as black, if I can say it like that. So my African brothers, I'll never fight them unless if they are doing crime and they are doing illegal nonsense. That's another different story. But an African cannot be a foreigner in Africa. But because I'm not a foreigner in Zimbabwe, I can't go to Zimbabwe and say, yeah, Africa, and start doing nonsense in Zimbabwe. I mean, the Zimbabweans are not going to be happy. It's common sense. Now, what is happening here with these tuck shops? Let me first hear what is the politician's opinion on what is happening and what is the plan of action.
My name is Koen Malachi, the president of the ANC Youth League. We've seen the past week a lot of young kids being killed by poisonous food sold by undocumented foreigners in all corners of our townships and villages and towns. We're calling upon municipalities to enforce the bylaws to make sure that all the Spaza shops in all our areas are registered and are compliant with the health regulation of our country. But I'm also making a call that all Spaza shop businesses must be set aside for only South African youth, and the South African government must deliberately put aside funding or fund small businesses to go and open these tax shops so that they are able to become a place of creation of employment and business opportunities. All the Spaza shops that are illegal and all the Spaza shops in our township that are not owned by South Africans were saying that they must be closed with immediate effect. Thank you.
Most political parties, if not all, are not happy with what is going on in our townships. And it's so funny. It's so funny to me and you that all of these things that are happening will not happen in these private schools. All of these things are happening to us, the poorest of the poorest. It's happening to us, the African children. It's happening in our children's schools. You understand? There's something that's like a systematic execution plan for our children. I was so heartbroken when I saw the children lying there. I can't even play the clips here. Lying there in the hospital with stomach cramps. And, I was like, oh my goodness. How would I feel if it was my child? You understand what I'm saying? But now we're having a situation that these people are banning their food. They are banning the evidence. Why are you banning the food? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Why are you banning the food? What is the reason for banning the food? Do you not respect us that much that you would go to our land at the back there and ban the food in front of us? The communities must stand up. The men in the communities must stand up. Now, the issue I have about all of this whole thing is that South Africans are divided also in this matter. There are South Africans that are benefiting from all of this township economy via renting out their property and everything. There are South Africans that are benefiting in that regard. And there are South Africans that are protecting these people. We saw the Taxi Association in Alex protecting some of these my friendos. We saw that they are illegal. Criminal-minded officials that are protecting these people. Food inspectors not doing their job and everything. We've got problem with us. The problem starts with us South Africans. We are too tolerant in nonsense in our country. So What I want to say is this: don't fight to chase the tuck shop away when you don't have a plan. And I've said this quite a few times, that we can't fight as South Africans. We've been in the township for so long. We can't fight to own a tuck shop. That is the little minds. And I'm not saying you can't start small. I'm saying it is time that we as South Africans also own the means of production. How many of our sisters can bake beautiful biscuits, cakes? How many of us can manufacture these Zimba chips? It's time the government funds black businesses to manufacture quality food that can be sold in the townships. This is the time to stop giving people these 350s and build factories in the township owned by black people, owned by the government, I don't care, and make sure that the township, the people stock bread from those factories, people stock Zimba chips from those factories. These things is things that we can do. You can't say mabahambe after you don't have a plan. Our government can't close all of these shops up, but they don't want to support black businesses. Because we black businesses, unfortunately, we are so far behind that without funding and without buy-in from the government, we simply will not make it. It will open 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, 2 months, 3 years, and close off because we are still competing with the supermarkets. But if the townships can just take ownership of production of these goods, I think South Africa will be a better place. And you guys will, you'll tell me if I'm right or wrong in the. Guys, when Russia got the sanctions from America, they started creating their own things. I'm talking about McDonald's, I'm talking about KFC, I'm talking about YouTube, I'm talking about Google Maps. Everything that America has, Russia has got a replicate of. Tina Shlulaini. But anyway, let me go into some good news. The ANC, the EFF, and the MK singing together as a kala maj. Guys, it fills me with joy seeing some of the ANC members of parliament singing, knowing very well that their singing is frustrating. The IFP is frustrating. The Patriotic Alliance is frustrating. The Democratic Alliance. I mean, it brings so much joy to me. And that gives me hope because it says to me that some of the ANC MPs, members, are listening to us. We must not stop making this noise, especially us as, free media, us as news stream media. We must not stop making the noise, reminding the ANC people that, guys, we don't like what you guys are doing with this government of national confusion. Because if you don't know and you take it lightly, singing is a very ritual for us as African people. We sing from the heart out. We sing from it's not just words, it's an experience for us. We sing always as African people. So I was very happy to see that, there's some type of unity. And I saw this Ndlela posted there. It says, this the beginning of the end for the government of national confusion is coming. And I was so happy to say, you know what, let this ANC MPs wake up, man. Wake up, because they need us. For the past 2 days, I've been trying to make a video. The title of that video is Worst Case Scenario. I'll try to finish it, but I was playing around with the numbers and trying to draw a picture for us as African people. What will the worst case scenario be in 2029 national elections? I know the best case scenario is for the MK to do well, the EFF to do well, and then they merge and then collide. Make a coalition with the ANC and kick the DA out, and that would be the ideal situation. But what would be the worst case scenario? And I was playing around with the numbers. I was saying the EFF probably is going to drop from the 9%. You can't tell me that all of these people are going to leave the EFF and somehow the EFF is still going to improve without those people. We are estimating that more leaders are going to leave the EFF from now up until 2029. And also some leaders are going to come back or move from other parties to the EFF. But I don't see the EFF improving. And that I'm saying that with a sore heart. With sore heart, because I'm probably going to vote EFF again. We don't know. But I see the MK slightly improving. So the EFF, I see them, worst case scenario, 7%. The MK, worst case scenario, 18%. The ANC, worst case scenario, they drop another 17%. And then they land there at 23%. Now, with all of that, those three parties, even put together, will not form 51 plus 1%. You understand? So that will be the worst case scenario, that the ANC, the EFF, and the MK put together still don't make 51%. I know we can still other small parties, but with this IEC that is completely captured, I will not put it past them to play around with numbers like this, because they will be scared to give any power to the EFF or the MK. Because if you allow the EFF to improve and you become honest on the ballot paper, on the counting, the EFF is somewhere at 15 to 18, maybe even 20%. The MK is somewhere at 30, 40, if not 50%. If we are honest, and the ANC will not improve. It's not possible. Even with Panyaza as the president, the ANC was still going to play around somewhere there in the 30% mark. If there's a miracle, there will be somewhere at 42, 43%, which I don't see that happening. But maybe I'll do that video for you guys. Worst case scenario. If you want to see it, just type worst case scenario on the comment section. That is a color. And speaking about worst case scenario for the ANC, Sanko in KwaZulu-Natal is saying they are sick and tired of ANC blue ticking them, and now they are moving out of that alliance in KwaZulu-Natal.
Give me the motivation as to why as well.
Good evening, Naledi, and good evening to your viewers. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes, indeed, the PEC of Sanko in KwaZulu-Natal have taken a decision to cut ties with the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. That follows a number of new attempt to get the ANC to come to the table to sit down with the alliance in KwaZulu-Natal. That is not only Sanko, it's Sanko, SACP, and COSATU, which are alliance partners with the ANC, who've been wanting to sit down with the ANC since the end of last year, and that has not happened. This last on the 1st of November, Sanko PEC took a resolution that this alliance that we've got with the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal is dysfunctional. So we must just formalize the situation by formally cutting ties with the ANC and not attend any ANC programs. And we are not going to be inviting ANC to our programs. In any case, they were not attending to our programs, even if we invite them.
Does the cutting...
Yeah, this only means one thing to me. There are men in Sanko. They are leaders in Sanko, and they are sick and tired of being blue-ticked and being terms being detected for them as an alliance partner of the ANC. We saw the South African Communist Party doing the same. I'm telling you, Nehau is going to do the same. You still remember when Nehau was singing that song, Hasifuni EGNU, Hasifuni EGNU. Hey, that song, guys, that song. I wish I can get that video. I think I deleted it, but that song hits home for me. But anyway, the alliance partners are waking up because the ANC are in Anzebe. The ANC, this real renewal, this nonsense that they are doing, they don't listen to the people. And why would you want an alliance, even if that alliance brings to 1,000 votes only? Why would you want to have minus 1,000? Because you don't listen. Let me tell you why. It's because the ANC knows that they can't beat the alliance on a debate table. They can't sit down and bring their point across and convince them with superior logic why they are doing what they are doing. They can't. They simply can't. So what they do, they don't attend the events of Nehau. They don't attend the events of the Communist Party. They don't attend the events of Sanko. They just, if they come, they are just there. So Sanko is saying, enough is enough. We are sick and tired of people that don't take us serious. They don't come to our meeting. They don't take us serious at all. And I'm saying these things must not be ignored. This is building up to that ANC in 2029 getting 20-something%. Don't be happy when your political party loses one member, one vote. Don't be happy. But when your political party loses an entire alliance, where do you think that alliance is going to go? It's going to move to the MK party because the MK party is going to listen to them. I mean, they got 45% in KwaZulu-Natal, 50% is around the corner. I mean, the MK is going to shock a lot of people come the 2026 local elections. So for me, this is a very big mistake of the ANC. And it looks like they are not about Kataliman. They are not worried about losing this alliance partner. And if National also follows the same, trajectory, it's over with the ANC. This is going to give that spirit to the other, like I said, the other alliance partners, of which the Communist Party have already said in 2026 will be standing, standing as an independent party on the ballot paper. A disaster for the ANC. That is just too much votes that the ANC is going to. But ANC is laleli so sizatin. There's nothing we can do, guys. Mainstream media is trying. I always preach for you guys to watch selective content. Some of us, we don't have DSTV. The only time we see these things is on selective content on our social medias and our YouTube. That's where we see some of this news. I don't have DSTV. But I do. I say, as afford it in Abanye. Yo, paying 900 for a subscription fee. And South Africa pays the highest subscription fee on DSTV than the entire African country. And I think Barking DSTV has lost a lot of people in the past financial year to Netflix and all of that. But anyway, mainstream media has got the nerve, the nerve Zandile to attack Sizwe Mpofu Welsh. So Sizwe Mpofu Welsh is our boy. That's one of us, Tina, the podcast world. So we're gonna protect him by all means. But let me first play this clip that is making the rounds. And after that, we pull out the numbers because numbers don't lie.
That was the newly appointed Secretary General of Mkondo Sizwe speaking to the media, I think for the first time, outside of that press briefing. I'm not
No, but
talking about the podcast.
we spoke to Sizwe Mpofu.
I'm not talking about podcast. I'm talking
it's
about
part of the media
legacy media.
Yeah, that is part of the media.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that is Floyd Shibabo, and we expect to be having these kinds of engagements going.
We spoke to Sizwe Mpofu.
I'm not talking about podcast. I'm talking
it's
about
part of the media
legacy media.
Yeah, that is part of the media.
Yes.
We spoke to Sizwe Mpofu.
I'm not talking about podcast. I'm talking
it's
about
part of the media
legacy media.
Yeah, that is part of the media.
Yes.
Now, this is embarrassing, guys. This is embarrassing. And this is not the first time that they throw shade on Sizwe Mpofu's Welsh's podcast. And if you haven't, when I'm watching my channel, if you haven't subscribed on Sizwe Mpofu Welsh, go and subscribe right now. When's that? SMW, go and support the young man. He's doing fantastic. He breaks a lot of stories for us. Some of us inspired to be like Sizwe Mpofu Welsh. Nami ngathi ngaba ne studio sigraining invite abantu but uhlala in Northern Cape now. Oh, hayi khona bafeni. So when I saw this actually on Sizwe's X account, on Twitter account, and I was like, how what a nerve. So I was like, okay, how do we show mainstream media that the newsstream media is very effective and reaches more people? I was like, let's pull the numbers. Let's take Sizwe Mpofu Welsh's YouTube account and let's put SABC's YouTube account, and let's just see from the views of the past videos that they have uploaded there, and let's see who is reaching more people. Just check the numbers, and if you want to investigate more, go and check the comments. Just check the amount of comments that people are engaging with SABC on YouTube, and check what is going on there. Just check the numbers. Check the numbers. You know, it's not even close. It's not hell. Even King Said So, a small podcaster, beats the SABC with numbers. Beats them. There are videos that have got less than 100 views. Less than 100 views. You know, so I want to say this. There's going to be an attack on newsstream media, on the podcast world, to say, you guys, you are misleading the people. Come 2020, when we do serious reporting on what is happening in South Africa on the ground and what the people are saying, they're going to start shutting some podcasts. Some of you might know, some of us have already been suspended and all of those things. It happens. You guys. So I will encourage you more. Do selective. This my small family. It's been years now. No DSTV. My small family view selective content. Whatever they want to watch, they watch. They don't allow TV to tell them a vision, to determine to them what to watch. When you are not doing selective content, you will end up watching TV from 4:30 to 9:30. Just switching, moving, uyajola 99 and doing these things. And those things don't liberate your mind at all. Tina, we are working with decolonizing the minds of our African brothers and sisters. So we're trying to bring a different angle from what television is bringing to you guys. It's not easy in this podcast world. It's not easy. Asilali. If I can show you guys the times that we are recording, asilali. We also have got families like you. We also have got 9-to-5s like you. We also have got businesses like you. But we make sure, because if we don't do it, our people are constantly being miseducated and misinformed about topics. That's why you hear Abu Floyd coming back say, we were misled when it comes to Jacob Zuma. It's the mainstream media. So the new stream media, the podcast world is taking over. The numbers are crazy. Abo DJ Spoo, abo Penwell, abo who else? Abo Zizi, abo Descent Q, abo batubani politically incorrect with Mashiana. I can name them the whole day. I'll even forget. But they are trying their best to make sure that they feed you guys with some real information. You see, so listen to this podcast. And again, I will not say I'm a podcast. We are all, all holy. There's nothing wrong that we are saying. You as a person select and take and filter the information before taking it in, so that you know what is true and what is not. Especially as the podcast, you want to research us. Before allowing anything to be taken as factual, unless of course we are doing an interview and you're listening to from the horse's mouth. And things that you can also research is things like Mali becoming the first African country in Africa to be debt free. They are paying off their debt to 200 and something or 300 and something $million that they have paid, that they are paying off. I mean, we have to honor Assimi Goyeta, the general of Mali. And I've said the general of Mali is the guy that gave Abu Ibrahim Traore and the general of Niger the spirit to do what they are doing. He started first. Not Abu Ibrahim Traore. He's the Mali general. He's the one that got rid of French in Mali first. I mean, he started changing the boards, the signs and everything. He's the true master, I'm telling you. So we are very happy for Mali for paving the way for African countries and showing us that it is possible that we can be, debt free from this international debt that seems like it has no ending. Look at South Africa. We are running out of money. So what are we going to do? They're going to accumulate more debt. I'm telling you. You will hear next year the World Bank or whatever, we ask for more, $4 trillion or whatever is going to happen, because we are simply not running our countries effectively. And also in Senegal, let's talk about Senegal. Senegal president has decided, listen, no Lebanese women are allowed to give birth in Senegal. Prohibited completely. And you ask yourself, why the Lebanese? Why is he doing that? Some of you don't know where Lebanese is. Be honest with yourself. But, we've got apps for that to show you guys where exactly Lebanese is from Senegal. The reason is that there's a lot of Senegalese that go and work that side and do general work, And the Lebanese government does not allow the Senegalese or African women to give birth in and get citizenship in that country. So the Senegalese president is saying, okay, if you're treating our people like that, we're gonna treat your people like that too. I mean, can we not be proud of these people that are showing the rest of the world that Africans are not beggars? You understand what I'm saying? So that's what is happening there in that country. I just thought I should give you this information because I read it somewhere and I was so interested. I was like, wow, this is good, man. This is good. Africans must stand up for Africans. Let me go back to that issue of before I start there, let me thank everyone who is in the loyal club, members of the channel, that make a contribution, I think of 20 Rand, some of them even more, to the channel, so that your boy King can buy tea, can pour petrol. I mean, it makes a difference. I saw, I'm a member, channel. If you're not a member of King Said So, if you have not clicked the subscribe button and allow us to reach that 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year, if you have not hit the bell icon, you're missing out, family. You're missing out. So I'd like to thank each and everyone, all the members of the channel. The difference is there. I see it on my bank account. 20 rand yako ngiyayifila and ngiya-appreciate. Ngibonga kakhulu bafethu. Guys, this is a call, bafethu. This is a very serious call to everyone who's in the construction industry. We are trying to build the school. We are trying our best to make sure that we make Africans proud because of the contributions that they have made on Paseta. It's very important. Our school, the design is different from your normal schools. I don't even want to talk about inside. Very soon I'll be dropping, I think next month I'll be dropping the final design of the school. The ones that you are seeing now was just a pilot design for you guys to get an idea, a picture of what we are trying to do. The final design is going to blow your mind. We're already working on it, by the way. Next month I will drop it for you guys. Because of where we are situated in Northern Cape, and because of where the school is, about 35 kilometers outside Kimberley, the main city, you know, it's not far from airports, hospitals, and everything. We're gonna meet, or we are meeting difficulties in terms of the constructions that must start there. We have a little bit of money that you guys have, blessed us with to start the construction. We want to put in the advertising wall, the gate wall first, and make sure that everybody knows that we are coming there, and put our wall, the coming soon wall and everything. And we went there, tried to use the local construction companies to say, guys, come, give us quotation and whatever. You know, I watched one of the people I look up to, Dr. Uma Johnson, starting to build a school from, I think, 2008 up until now. And one of the things that he said, I made a mistake of trusting my people too much because of this Pan-Africanist spirit. And the things that he could have done in months, he did it in years because of African people taking their money and not executing the job properly. If I had to share the quotation that we got, you guys will be heartbroken. But unfortunately, or fortunately for us, the team of Paseta, the founding members of Paseta, are not jokesters. They are not gunsfathers. We are not chance takers. We know what we are doing. We don't want to disappoint you guys at all. So I'm asking for additional help, because even on the funding members, we do have someone that owns a construction company, and he gave us, a good information. Say, guys, this quotation, throw that thing away. You can't take us for a hat like this. I need more constructors to come and advise Paseta. Maybe some of you will urge you on the advisory panel, or some of you will just talk to you differently. There's already people that say, King, when you're done with the school, can I come and paint the African print on the school? Can I come and do this? That's what we want. We want you Africans to come and stand up and say, King, I want to assist the school. Here is what you're doing. You don't have to pay me, King. Here is my contribution. I think you should do this like this, and you should do that. I would really appreciate that, because I don't want to fail. I don't want to, when the school is built, the wall is standing like this, and people are asking us construction questions like, when you dug the foundation, how long did you allow it to sit? And we're scratching our head like, these guys, they just build. I don't want to be found wanting answering questions that I don't need to answer, embarrassing questions. So for me, I'm saying, if you are in the construction industry, contact us on our WhatsApp. Send me a WhatsApp to say, hi King, I'm Jabu from construction, whatever. What do you need? And I will give you some information. I will really appreciate it so much. We really need your help, guys. We can't do this alone. We definitely depend on the assistance that we get from the Paseta community. And what is the Paseta community? www.paseta.co.za. You go there on the website, you click the 3 dots on your right hand side, you go to community, and there you can open your own account and chat with us. So yeah, I've taken so much of your time, and also because I've already taken your time, you guys will notice I'm uploading some half clips of previous videos that that I'm trying to highlight a specific segment in that video, that because my videos are so long, some of you don't watch the whole thing and you miss out a very important part. So now and then you'll see me uploading a clip that is less than 10 minutes or 10 minutes around there. Just know that it is me re-highlighting what has happened. Some of you see those clips for the first time, because like I said, my content is long fit. But we say we can't squeeze everything that we're doing in 10 minutes. Sometimes even 20 minutes is impossible, you know. So I'm very thankful for everybody that is showing some love on the comment section, hitting that bell icon. We said we want to hit that 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'll be so much happy if you can assist me to reach that personal goal. So thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed, everybody who have donated to the Pan-African School of Economics. Please continue donating. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I salute you.